And now it's time for Training Camp Today with Neil Roberts and the Minnesota Vikings.
It's his third NFL team in 3 years. Five-time national NDSU champion quarterback Carson Wentz is now in Washington for a new training camp, and quarterbacks coach from NDSU, Randy Hedberg, joins us. And Randy, the third system in 3 years, that has to be a lot to take in.
Well, yeah, it's a change in terminology, and talked to Carson a while back, and he's still learning all that terminology because it's quite different. You go from team to team and all. I think he'll be a good fit in Washington. I think he really likes Ron Rivera, the head coach, and it'll be a challenge for him because it's like you said, third team in 3 years, and he's got some stuff to prove to the league and obviously to the Commanders football team also.
Last year, reunited with Frank Reich, looked like the perfect match and started off great, but they just sputtered down the end there. So how do you explain something like that? Offense seems to be rolling, and all of a sudden they start to sputter.
Well, I think the biggest thing was they lost to the Jaguars at the end of the season, which really kind of kept them out of the playoffs. But I think Frank Reich and the general manager wanted Carson. I'm not certain. I think the owner stepped in there, and there was some controversy there. But I don't know all the details. But I think Carson's in a good spot now with Washington. It's a fresh start and a new beginning.
Talk 2022 when we come back.
Don't miss this year's Norse Hustfest live concert lineup. Big and Rich, Daniel O'Donnell, Clint Black with Phil Vassar, the Texas Tenors, Dirk Bentley, Old Crow Medicine Show, Brantley Gilbert, and more. Go to HussFest.com for tickets and more information. The Norse Hustfest in Minot, North Dakota. Welcome to the show.
G-Style Transport is your new destination for employment. G-Style Transport is now hiring CDL drivers, mechanics, casing hands, hot oilers, HVAC operators, and technicians. All positions offer above industry pay and excellent growth opportunities. Contact G-Style today at gstyletransport.com or give us a call at 701-264-3097. That's 701-264-3097. G-Style Transport. Living the dream in North Dakota just got better.
We're with Bison quarterback coach Randy Hedberg, and what do you think Carson needs to do to get back into that Carson Wentz form we're used to?
I think the thing with Carson, if he can make the plays that are out there for him and not try to create too many big plays, and if he can just play within their scheme, I think he'll be fine. Quarterbacks, not necessarily Carson, but quarterbacks get in a jam because they try to make too many plays and they force a ball here or there, and I think that's the biggest thing from a quarterback standpoint that he can improve on.
All right, thanks, Randy. Hey, that's Randy Hedberg, everybody. That concludes this edition. Until next time, I'm Neil Roberts.
You've been listening to Training Camp Today, brought to you in part by the Norse Hustfest in Minot, North Dakota, September 28th to October 1st.